with the holes that will match up with the holes on the bead. So, first things first, you're going to put the holes on the bead and slide it in so they match up. And you should be able to see the holes. Should be cool. You might have to turn it a little bit. It doesn't have to be exact, you just have to be able to get the wire through. And once it's all wired on, it should sort of stabilize. There, okay, so we're kind of lined up there. And good enough lined up there. I did make the holes on this setting bigger so that it would be a little bit easier for you. I'm going to give you a bigger piece of wire than this just in case you need extra, but I'm just going to use a small wire just so for the purpose of this video. So you're just going to slide one piece in to start through the hole, and here I'll flip it up right way around. Through one of the holes, and you can see on the inside it's going through, and it's going to come through to the other side and come out the other hole. See? So then you're going to pull it all the way through. It doesn't have to be even on either side, but you can, whatever. And then you just take your wire and bring it back through, kind of like you're sewing on a button. And you're just going to bring it through again. And you can flip it so that you can see, help yourself see and guide to the other hole. Sometimes it'll go underneath the bead, so you just angle the wire up so it goes inside. And then sometimes you have to like dig a little bit. There. So now we've come out the other side. And you're just going to pull it. And you want to pull it with both pieces actually. Pretty tight because I like that bit to be as flush to the middle of the band as possible. And if you want, you can take a little pair of pliers and you can go in and just push it down a little bit. Okay, so then you just basically are going to repeat the process a bunch of times. So you're going to come through. So again, we had put it through one end. And of course, this is going to be on the tube while you're doing this, so you can, you know, do it on a table, and you just have to have both hands and a pair of pliers nearby just to help pull the wire sometimes. So then you're just going to come through the opposite end, and you can, there's no set way of how, you don't have to like just keep going through straight to the other side. You could angle it and go through the hole on the other side. I find if you kind of do a variety of stitches, so to say, it tends to strengthen the stability of the bead on the band. And just pull, and this is where the pliers can come in handy. You can use the pliers on one end to really pull, because you want to really pull it tight. Okay, so now we should have a loop on either side. And again, you can push that in. I'm not going to do it again because I'm going to be cutting this wire off when I'm done this so that I can send it in pieces for you to do this on your stethoscope. Okay, so we're going to come back through again. Oh, and I can angle it down, wire down. It's hard to do while I'm watching this on camera, not with my face close up so I can see what I'm doing. And like I said, sometimes you have to fish a little bit for the hole. And turn the wire if you need to. There we go. Okay. And again, pulling it through, and sometimes you'll see the wire pops out on that side, and I find if you just give the wire a tug like you're tying your shoelaces, now you're pulling both pieces of wire on the one side. And you can stick with just having 2 loops of wire like that, or you can do it again so you have 3. So we have 2 loops on this side, and we have 1 on this side. Sometimes I just kind of follow which way the wire wants to go. There, I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Coming through. And see how the wire is tending to it's wanting to bend? You don't want it to let that happen. You want to keep the loop as big as possible. Don't let there be any kinks, because if you pull it through and it bends on a sharp angle, then you're going to break the wire where that bend is. So just try and, make that loop as kind of wide as possible and gently pull through until the whole piece has gone in. And then you're just going to pull it tight again. This is the part where it's hard to do with your hands because this wire is super tough. It's like surgical grade steel. It's the hardest wire I've ever found. And a very fine diameter, which is what makes it great for this. Okay, so I'll stop there, but you could do another loop if you wanted to, through the other side. But that's enough for now, just to get the point across. And the bead, I mean, you can always change this later if you wanted to change for a different color. The little clasps here, you push them down a little bit more so it's a bit more steady. If you really wanted to, you could put a bit of hot glue or glue inside, sort of here on this side, before you put the bead in, so that's a bit more steady, but I don't mind that it jiggles a little bit. So now to get the wire disconnected. Now I don't use pliers to do this. All I do is I just keep doing this, bend it in different directions so that you're weakening the joint of the metal. Twist it. Takes a little while to do sometimes. And there. It should just pop off. Nice and flush. It won't stick out, so it won't catch on anything. And then the same to the other side. Couple of turns. A few bends this way. A few bends that way. I try not to go against the band too much. I try to stay away because you can scratch leave very tiny imperfections in the metal after I've polished it. I don't like to do that. There. And eventually it'll just break off. And that's it. So you should be able to put it on that Y piece of your stethoscope. Excuse my dirty fingernails and gloves, but hopefully we got the point across to you so that you understand and can do this yourself. And as you can see, I really didn't use any pliers for this, so you could do it without, worst comes to worst, but the fact that you said you have one set at home, will make it a little bit more helpful for you, I think. Okay, that's it. Thanks very much. I hope you like your ring, and take care.